Welcome to the 2020 and 42nd Annual Alberni Wrestling Awards Night. My name is James Messenger, and I'm honored to be the president of the Alberni Valley Wrestling Club and your MC for this evening. Dan Gable, former Olympic gold medalist and one of the most world-famous wrestling coaches of all time, has a great quote. Once you've wrestled, everything else in life is easy. I hope you would agree with me and Mr. Gable that wrestling is an excellent tool for developing resiliency in people. One of the reasons why I'm so passionate about youth sports, and in particular wrestling, is because it's an excellent way to develop characteristics like determination, hard work, and mental toughness. I think these are skills necessary to be successful in any walk of life you choose. If Mr. Gable were here tonight, I would suggest one small edit, and that would be adding the word compared. Compared to wrestling, everything else in life is easy. I think this is an important distinction to make as a reflect on the situation we find ourselves in this evening. This is anything but easy. Celebrating our program, another great season, and the amazing development of a group of young people in our organization virtually is not easy. It is hard to be connecting with you through a screen and not together face to face in a room. It isn't easy, but I know together and with the support of each other, we will get through it. If there is anything my experience in the Alberni Valley Wrestling Club has taught me, it's that together we can accomplish anything we put our minds to. Tonight is special. It's where we celebrate the accomplishments of this past season. We are very proud of the tradition of Alberni wrestling, and this is a great opportunity to celebrate and acknowledge that tradition. As we go through tonight, I am sure you will hear us celebrate and acknowledge athletic excellence, medals, and championships. However, it's important for me to note that we are far more proud of the growth and development that we witness in each and every one of our athletes through their involvement in this sport and organization. We pride ourselves in developing character and skills in young people that will help them to be more successful and more responsible human beings. I hope that over the course of the evening, you will hear these goals shine through in the spirit of many of our awards and in the way our coaches and athletes talk about and acknowledge their development and involvement in this sport. Kids need role models. We are lucky to have many role models for kids to look up to within our own Alberni Wrestling organization. Coaches, volunteers, university wrestlers, Olympians, amazing human beings. We are also fortunate to have many role models in the provincial, national, and world wrestling scenes that have a strong connection to our program. Justina DeStachio is one such athlete, and she was eager to connect with you on our awards night.
Hello, Alberni Wrestling Club. My name is Justina DeStachio. I am very happy that I get to celebrate wrestling right now with you all through this virtual time. With everything going on in the world, I hope everyone is safe and healthy at home. And yeah, it's just exciting that we get to do something positive about wrestling right now. So, to introduce myself, I am a member of the Canadian national team. I am a world champion and world bronze medalist. I've gone to SFU, varsity team member, and I'm an assistant coach for the women's program there. I grew up BC wrestling, starting where I live, we have the middle school program, so starting in grade 6 to grade 8, doing middle school wrestling, and then moving on to high school, grades 9 to 12. And when I got to high school, that's when I started attending all the BC wrestling camps, getting to know all the coaches, and meeting teammates throughout BC wrestling that have been some of my best friends to this day. We had pretty competitive summer training schedules whenever we made provincial teams. I managed to make those teams 2 times, and the camps I remember, well, one of them obviously, the Alberni wrestling camp, the day at the lake. I can remember who I was being thrown around on tubes with and how much fun we were having, but I can't necessarily remember who I was wrestling with and who was coaching me. So it is true, some of the best memories along the way with this wrestling journey are going to come from like the fun stuff you get to do at these camps. right now, with everything going on in the world, I know it's a challenge to keep focusing on athletics. Um, Obviously, take care of yourself, take care of your family, do the things to ensure that everyone around you is safe and healthy. But motivation wise, with wrestling, when we do get the okay that it's safe to start doing so again, um, you're going to be hungry. You just got told you had to take a break from everything, from your normal. And when you go back, use that time you've had right now um, to come back with like a hunger and a passion for it. I think having a forced break, like right now, you guys are young. Hopefully, you haven't gone through injuries, but I know that every time I've gotten hurt and come back to wrestling, I'm so grateful for what my body's able to do and how I'm allowed to play this sport I love again and start to improve again. And I think you're all gonna see when you come back, you're gonna realize how happy you are to do the things that you used to hate. Like, I hate overloads. But I would love to do an overload with my team right now because that would mean I'd be allowed to wrestle again, and that would be a lot of fun. For everyone in grade 12 who had their year cut short, I'm so sorry. I hope if this was your last year wrestling, I hope it was able to help you build the confidence that you are only going to gain through wrestling. And if it was your last year with your high school team and you're going on to wrestle collegiately, I'm so excited for you. Collegiate wrestling, beyond like the competitive and how good you're going to get at sports, gaining a degree because of playing this sport is easily one of the best things that wrestling has given me. I finished at SFU my first degree in 2015, and I'm about to be a teacher. Once I finish the semester in September, I did those things because I wanted to be eligible to wrestle. I am continuing to do those things because all wrestling coaches are teachers, and I just think I've been given so much, the opportunity to travel, the opportunity to make friends, see the world, and education simply because of this sport we all love. It's helped shape me into the person I am, and I'm excited for the person that's going to shape you into being. And yeah, I hope you keep falling in love with the sport. Take the time to thank your coaches, your parents. This sport is really hard. You're probably not the easiest to deal with at times. Everyone who makes wrestling possible, thank you. And yeah, congratulations to everyone on the Alberni Wrestling Club.
Thank you, Justina. We have worked very hard to prepare and organize for tonight. Coaches met over 2 months ago to begin preparing and have made many reviews and revisions to our agenda. We work very hard to avoid making mistakes, but we are human and they do happen. If you notice a mistake that's been made or something that's been missed, please contact us so we can help fix it. I apologize in advance. For obvious reasons, we are not able to present you with your award certificates, plaques, and trophies. Mr. Russ Bodner has been hard at work making these, and as soon as it is safe to do so, we will put the finishing touches on them and get them to our deserving recipients. One of my wrestling coaches always said, "Don't tell me what you can't do, tell me what you can do." And although this is a virtual event, we are hoping and we think we can have audience participation. There are times we'll be asking for audience members to comment in the comment section. We encourage awards recipients to share pictures of themselves when they receive an award. Each time you do this, your name will be entered in a draw for a $100 door prize that can go towards wrestling expenses next season or Alberni wrestling clothing like sweatshirts, t-shirts, and other swag. Parents, alumni, and other audience members are encouraged to do the same. We are very fortunate to have a large group of people who believe in what we do, see the impact it can have on young people in our community, and want to help. The first group of people I want to acknowledge is our coaches. We wouldn't have a program if it wasn't for this large group of people who volunteer their time. At ADSS and at our club program, executive and junior club program, John McDonald, Jeanette Badavinik, Russ Bodner, Jen Johnson, Chris Bodner, Travis Cross, Rochelle McKenzie, Owen Coulthard, Aaron Anker, myself, Lauren Barker, Chris Simister, Andrew Tuck, Aaron Badavinik, Nolan Badavinik. We thank you for your time and commitment, and we have a gift to give to you again when it's safe to do so. At our elementary schools, we have a very strong elementary program with programs at every single one of the schools in the Valley and also on the West Coast. My apologies to anyone who I may have missed, but thank you to these coaches who are so important to the development and grassroots of our program. Aaron Anker, Krista Huseman, Chris Harper, Isaac McDonald, Mackenzie Boudreau, William Mary, Daly Forbes, Andrew Tuck, Deb McGonigal, Donna Farrell, Maureen Messenger, James Messenger, Travis Cross, Mike Mahovlik, Sarah Williams, Chris Bodner, Ernie Netzer, Trevor Little, Tobin Brooks, Brock Cooper, Mike Rhodes, and Mark Udell. Thank you so much for your commitment and the growth of our program. A number of our ADS wrestlers were an important part of our elementary coaching staff too. This is normally when I would have all the wrestlers stand up so you can have a visual of just how committed our athletes are to volunteer service. So let's do it with a virtual twist. Please comment in the live stream message, I am an elementary wrestling coach, if you helped coach elementary wrestling this year. This may seem a little strange, but it is one of the ways we can all get a feel for not only who is watching this program, but also the reach of our program. The success of it is not based on the fact we have won more medals and trophies than any other program in BC. The success of it is the fact we have created an amazing community and a wrestling family that we are all a part of. Thank you. I should also note, little shout out to my school, but congratulations to Alberni Elementary School, who were the district champions this year. Great job, Coach Maureen Miller. Officiating. There are few, if any, wrestling tournaments in BC that would take place if it wasn't for the leadership and support of Alberni wrestlers and alumni. I challenge you to go to any tournament in BC and take a look at the officiating team, the people helping direct the tournament, or the coaches from all over BC. You will be hard-pressed not to see an Alberni wrestling connection in every direction you look. One of the many ways we encourage our athletes to give back to the sport is through officiating, and many of our athletes will run out and referee matches in between their own competition. So similar to what we did with our coaches, I want all our wrestlers who or alumni who helped referee or officiate in a tournament this year to comment, I am a wrestling official, in the live feed. Speaking of tournaments, every year we run one of, if not the best wrestling tournaments in Canada, and 2020 was no different. It would not be possible without a tremendous group of volunteers, sponsors, and community supporters. We appreciate all that you do to support our program. If you helped at the Alberni Invitational, I would encourage you to comment below. I am an Alberni Invite supporter. Thank you for your ongoing commitment. This is normally when we would distribute a calendar and newsletter outlining our spring and summer activities, fundraising, and summer program. Obviously, due to the current situation, some of these things are up in the air. We would encourage everyone to to follow our website, albernywrestling.ca, and our Facebook page, Alberni Valley Wrestling Club, to keep up to date with the latest fundraising and summer program information. I think it goes without saying that we hope to resume to our traditional schedule as soon as it's safe to do so. Without further ado, I'd like to start the awards portion of our evening. Thank you.
In 1983, John became a Knight of the Armada in only the second year it was awarded. John has been the head coach at ADSS for 29 consecutive years. In that time, he has coached 344 athletes to top 6 finishes at the BCs, including 73 BC championship titles. Also at that time, he has coached 42 teams to win the Island Championships, and he has led 14 teams to BC high school titles. On behalf of all the Knights of the Armada, John McDonald welcomes the 2020 class. If you are an alumni, I would encourage you to comment in the live stream below to welcome them as well.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to award the Knights of the Armada wrestlers to our grade 12s who have been a part of the wrestling program throughout their time at ADSS. This year, we honor to welcome the following 6 wrestlers into the wrestling fraternity. I should note that it is a great source of pride that 3 of them are second-generation wrestlers. Congratulations to the following wrestlers: Scott Colthort, Duncan McLeod, Seth Price, Owen Spencer, Miranda Barker, and Anna Frost.
Walter Taylor was one of the first wrestling coaches in Port Alberni and a founding member of the Alberni Valley Wrestling Club. Although he has moved away from the Alberni Valley, he has continued to support the wrestling program ever since. Tonight, he is here to present bursaries to those grade 12 wrestlers who applied to the Educated Wrestler Society. Every year, Walter also makes a donation to our awards night, which allows us to make bursaries to those athletes receiving major awards. Thank you, Walter, for your continued support.
Thank you, James, and good evening. And good evening to Tom and Trish and all the wrestling coaches and all the wrestlers and parents and others who are participating in this meeting. I'm going to start by sharing with you a line that Mr. McAvett used on me. It's a line from the Eagles song, Hotel California. Walter, he said, you can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. That applies to me and my relationship with the Alberni wrestling program. My main involvement now is through the Educated Wrestler Society, and I'm a director of that society, as is your own Debbie Coates. Now, the purpose of the society is to promote the importance of an education and to promote a love of learning. And how we do that is by piggybacking those concepts onto the students' love of wrestling. The society, we have a website, theeducatedwrestler.com, that it sort of integrates those concepts. We have a lot of wrestling information that's tied in with a liberal arts education. But the other thing we do is we provide scholarships. And of course, the Alberni grads each year are allowed to apply to these for these scholarships. And to apply, they have to do 3 things. One, they have to describe their own wrestling career, and 4 of the grads have done that so far this year. And I must say, Miranda, Scott, and Anna and Connor, I enjoyed reading what you guys submitted. I can relate. It took me back to my own high school wrestling career. The second thing they had to do was read a section of the Bible from Genesis on Jacob and the angel. And you may, if you know the story, Jacob had to wrestle all night with the angel. And what the students were asked to do is describe a wrestling bout in which they're wrestling the angel. And I got wonderful replies, and they all threw their favorite moves in, and it was very enjoyable reading it. The third thing the grads had to do is write a story or write a response to a different fact pattern that was based, not a fact pattern, but a task that was based on reading a section of literature, then looking at some sculpture artwork that was based on that reading, and then provide comments. The first one was that I received was, I guess, that I'll tell you about anyway, was by Connor. Connor had to look at a sculpture by Donatello of King David, well, before he was a king, David, just after he slew Goliath. Then he had to look at a Rubens painting of the same story. First he read the story in the Bible, then he looked at these pieces, and he had to provide comments on which one he preferred. And I will say, Connor, it was obvious to me that you read the sections very carefully, and you have a good eye for detail. And just so you know, he did pick the Rubens painting over the Donatello piece. Next, Miranda was given the task of looking at 2 different, or first of all, reading the passage once again from the Bible. It was a passage about Judith and Holofernes. Now, this is a story. Holofernes was a captain of the enemy, and Judith went to the camp, and she got the fellow drunk, and then next thing you know, she cut his head off. And that was the essence of the story. But there's been a lot of paintings around the world where famous artists, particularly from the Renaissance, painted these images. And there's one by an artist that was actually on the roof of the Sistine Chapel, which is kind of cute, or not the Sistine Chapel, but in the Vatican. And the other one was one by Artemisia Gentileschi. female artist, and Miranda was asked to compare and tell me which one she liked. And Miranda, just the one that you chose, which was the Artemisia piece, that was my favorite one as well. The next, we had a task that was given to Anna Frost, and hers was a little more difficult. What Anna had to do was read the section in the Bible dealing with Lot and his daughters, and it's the story of the fellow who had, after Sodom and Gomorrah were destroyed, he went away into a cave and misbehaved. There were two different paintings, one by Gersino, one again by Artemisia Gentileschi, and Anna had to look at these and comment on them and point out the differences. And Anna, what you from my point of view, I think you captured the essential essence of the difference, in that the Gentileschi piece focused more on the complicity of the dad as opposed to painting the daughters as being the guilty ones. Next, we had an interesting task that was given to Scott. Scott had to read a poem about a fellow who got bucked off a horse, and then he had to look at a piece of art that involved a similar motif, a man being chucked off a horse, and he had to talk about the manliness of the narrator of the poem versus the man who was bucked off the horse in the painting. And it was obvious that Scott, if I might say, it was obvious to me that based on your writing, you kind of know your way around horses. So it was a pleasure reading that. Owen Spencer also wrote about David and Goliath. But what I really liked about his application was his description of the match with the angel. Owen, just you're the first person, you got three firsts. You're the first person to ever draw a ring in the sand for the match to take place in. You added a referee, and you added a Saturday night ride. So I guess in summary, you were rocking and rolling with the ring, ref, and ride. So well done. I guess what the kids want to know is, yes, you all qualified, and your checks will be sent to Mr. Messenger, and he will distribute them. But to wrap it up, I want to say congratulations to all the grade 12 grads, and your experiences wrestling in Alberni will be, quite frankly, they're character forming, and those memories will be with you for the rest of your life. And finally, I'll just say to James, thank you very much for allowing me to be part of your awards presentation, and good evening, everybody. Back to you, James.
Here to acknowledge the contribution of every member of the ADSS wrestling team is ADSS Vice Principal, Wrestling Coach, and Executive Member Jeanette Badavinik.
Congratulations to the ADSS Armada for placing second in the aggregate team division at the BC Championships. This could not have been done without contributions from every single member of the team, whether it be on the mats, in practice, at tournaments, or just supporting behind the scenes. I'd like to recognize team members Connor Alexander, Andrew Audette, Mason Bodner, Grant Colthort, Scott Colthort, Nicholas Cross, Carter Duperon, Ezra Frost, Austin Caston, Brett Laytonen, Emsley Little Morgan, Bobby McKenzie, Alex McKenzie, Evan McLeod, Duncan McLeod, Kyle Parker, Seth Price, Duncan Richardson, Jax Robinson, Cole Robinson, Owen Spencer, Jacob Spencer, Miranda Barker, Cassie Campbell, Sage Zekin-Wilt, Anna Frost, Paige Marr, and Kelsey Sam.
Athletic teams need the support of a strong athletic director, and we certainly have that in Mike Roberts. Thank you, Mike, for being here to present tonight and support our team.
Thanks, James. Well, isn't this a little different? Here we are at Final Wrestling Awards night, and we're coming live from various locations in the valley and maybe from afar. Currently here in my basement. It's a bit weird, but it's the time we're currently in. I guess we can all have some solace knowing that it's not going to last forever, although it feels like it at the moment. But hang in there, better things are to come. Before I make the presentations for these awards, I just wanted to say a few things first about wrestling at ADSS. You already know, but it has a long, rich history. You should all feel very proud that you're part of that. That's something that never goes away, regardless of how you've placed or positioned in the past on the team. You're part of something very special. those that are going on, we look forward to see if you are going to wrestle in your future beyond high school, and if not, that's fine too. Congratulations to everybody. Wrestling at Alberni District Secondary School is unique in that every year many athletes attend and participate in the BC High School Wrestling Championships. That in itself is quite an accomplishment, never mind placing. So all that have ever made it there currently or in the past, congratulations. This year, 9 wrestlers placed in the top 6, and that's what I wanted to tell you about and make that presentation now. So here we go. Mason Bodner placing 6th at 90 kilograms. Duncan McLeod 6th at 54 kilograms. Evan McLeod 5th at 45 kilograms. Bobby McKenzie 5th at 51 kilograms. Scott Coulthart 3rd at 90 kilograms. Kelsey Sam 2nd at 40 kilograms. Miranda Barker 2nd at 90 kilograms. Seth Price, 2nd at 70 kilograms. And once again, placing 1st at 69 kilograms, Paige Marr. Congratulations to everybody. That's quite an accomplishment. Job well done. We hope to see everybody back again next year. For those that are grade 12 and carrying on, I wish you all the best.
Alexis Romanis and his brother Yorgo were 2 of the most decorated Alberni wrestlers in history. It's great to have him here tonight to present the Romanis Perpetual Placer and his ongoing support of our program. Alexis has returned back to Port Alberni to be a clinician at our camp regularly, where he taught the recipient a number of his signature moves.
Hi guys.
Hi guys.
I hope you're all keeping safe at home with your families. I'm pleased to be presenting this award so soon after it was achieved by Isaac McDonald. The Romanis Perpetual Placer is awarded to the wrestler who has placed top 6 at the BC High School Wrestling Championships for the 5 years that they are eligible to compete. I am honored to have this award named after my family, as both my brother Yorgo and I were fortunate to be perpetual placers. It is great to see another Armada wrestler accomplish this feat. Congratulations, Seth Price, on receiving this award. Achieving 5 placings at the BC Championships requires a high level of dedication. It is the result of having a strong vision and tackling it with purpose. With this in mind, Engage Books is presenting you with a bursary of $500 to be used towards your post-secondary education. It is my hope that you will apply the dedication that you learned from wrestling to achieve your hopes and dreams in life. Okay guys, say bye.
Bye.
Here to present our top grade awards are members of the ADSS coaching staff. Thank you, Russ, Jen, Rochelle, Chris, and Owen.
Hi, it's Coach Bodner here, and I am here to award the top grade 8 award for this year. This year, the award shared between 2 athletes that have demonstrated that they are the top wrestlers of their grade. This year, the award goes to Alex McKenzie and Grant Coulthart. Congratulations.
Hi, I'm here to present an award for the top female grade 8 award. And it takes a lot of dedication and hard work to get this award. So congratulations, Kelsey Sam.
Our top grade 9 this year has had to readapt and learn how to wrestle at a higher weight class and having much success. Our top grade 9 is Evan McLeod. I'd like to present our top grade 10 male to an athlete who spent the season training and wrestling with grade 11 and 12 wrestlers and has grown so much through the season. For that reason, our top grade 10 is Duncan Richardson.
Continuing on with our top grade awards, I'm here to award the top grade 11 male and female athletes. Top grade 11 male athlete fittingly has been shared this year by cousins Mason Bodner and Bobby McKenzie, and our top female grade 11 is Paige Marr.
The award I'm presenting now is the Top Female Grade 12 Award. And we've all watched this athlete really try hard and do so well at so many things. She's an amazing person. Congratulations, Miranda Barker.
Everybody, I'm here tonight to present the top grade 12 male award. It goes to Scott Coulthart and Seth Price, who's been awesome being your coach, father, and cousin. So, congratulations and good luck in your futures.
There wouldn't be an Alberni wrestling program without the hard work of Tom McAvey. Tom knows all about hard work, perseverance, and determination in the face of adversity, and that's why he's a perfect person to be presenting the comeback match of the year.
I am here to present the comeback match of the year. Now, this award is not necessarily given every year if there isn't a deserving candidate, but this year there is. He had an excellent year, and the BCs were no different. Now, he lost his first match to the eventual provincial champion, and it looked like it was going to be a tough tournament for him. He fought back, won several matches, and then in the semifinal to get into the 5th, 6th matches, he was up against a tough customer, down on his back, almost pinned, and somehow he managed to come back, fight his way back in the points, and eventually win the match. Definitely an example of the season he had. Tough customer, going to be one of our leaders next year. The comeback of the year match is Mason Bodner.
Someone who's no stranger to service and volunteer work, Mrs. Badavinik is here to present the next award.
The Special Service Award is awarded to someone who shows outstanding service to the team. In an organization that attaches such strong value in service and nurtures it in all athletes, it's sometimes difficult to set the group apart. This Special Service Award is not always given. This year, I'd like to congratulate the Special Service recipient, Sage Zeeken-Gwilt. Sage was committed to supporting her team both on and off the mats the entire season. She practiced regularly, was the first to offer to wash mats, was a tremendous help at our tournament, and always is willing to do anything we asked of her. Congratulations, Sage.
Our wrestlers were very fortunate to have Nolan Badavinik return to town partway through the season to help coach, train, and prepare them for upcoming competitions. Having coached Nolan in grade 6, I know he's no stranger to the fact that some talent needs time to nurture and brighten, and he's a perfect person to be presenting this next award.
Like in many things, success in wrestling only comes after a lot of hard work. Showing up to practice, listening to your coaches, and working hard is a key part of becoming an elite wrestler. The Diamond in the Rough Award is there to recognize wrestlers who are doing all the little things right and towards improving as a wrestler, and that coaches believe have the potential to have a breakout season next year, making the top 6 at the age class, or maybe making the podium in the provincial championships. Keeping this in mind, our Diamond in the Rough Award winners for 2020 are Kyle Parker, Andrew Adet, and Cole Robinson. Congratulations, guys. Great work, and here's to another great season.
It wouldn't be a wrestling trip without a funny story to tell. Isaac McDonald did a great job coaching the elementary wrestling team at John Howitt this year, and he also does a great job telling a story.
Good evening. It seems that all the funny awards happened at the BCs. Tonight, I am here to present Better Late Than Never to John McDonald and Jeanette Badavinik. This incident happened again at the BCs, and I think the most important thing on the wrestling trip, well, definitely one of the most important things, is the coach. And so the time was set for 7:40, and John thought it was 7:45. So he showed up 5 minutes late, but there was no bus. So he was left behind. And Jeanette almost got to the freeway, but then she realized, oh, we are missing something quite important. Maybe our coach. So she had to double back, go back and pick up John from the hotel. And there he was with a cheesy smile, sitting on the sidewalk, got up and got in the bus. So the Better Late Than Never Award presented to John McDonald and Jeanette Badavinick.
Here's Nolan Badavinick to present the Dominator Award.
This is an award that we don't always give out, and dare I say rarely give out. Myself can attest to the difficulty of this winning this award, coming up just shy of my senior year. Winning the BCs is a huge accomplishment and something that only a very few number of wrestlers ever get to experience and achieve. But some wrestlers are able to step up and go above and beyond and win BCs, not only coming first, but also in dominant fashion. This award is named in honor of Tyler Donovan, who won the BCs without being scored upon. And so we issue this award to wrestlers who are able to win a provincial championship without surrendering a point throughout the tournament. And it's, without further ado, it's my pleasure to present the 2020 Dominator Award to Paige Marr. Congrats, Paige. Great job.
She's a wrestling mom, an official, and a coach. Rochelle McKenzie wears a lot of different hats in our organization, and here she is to present this next award.
Our Rookie of the Year this year has spent the season struggling to find training partners, but has persevered and succeeded. How do you argue with a silver medal at the provincials? Congratulations, Kelsey Sam.
We have widespread support throughout the community and at ADSS, but it's always great to have the principal in your corner. Thank you, Mr. Souther, for all your ongoing support.
It is sometimes hard to pick a leader from amongst a group of individuals that exhibit leadership qualities on a regular basis, and that's why this award is not handed out every year. It can, however, be awarded when coaches recognize individuals as setting themselves apart as leaders on the team. And those qualities that stand out could be things as simple as mopping mats after practice. It could be helping organize. It could be helping coaches and leading warm-ups. This year, we're very happy to acknowledge the contributions of Paige Marr and Scott Coulthard, who are being named Leadership Award winners.
I don't think there's a job he isn't willing to do or hasn't done for our wrestling program. But one very important job he has is developing our junior wrestlers. Thank you, Coach Russ Bodner.
Coach Russ here. I am here to award the most improved junior this year. And this year the award goes to a wrestler who finally committed to doing a shot and performing it well. This year's award winner, if you couldn't guess, Carter Dupron.
Coach Badavinick was very excited about this athlete's development over the course of the season.
The Most Improved Senior Award goes to an athlete who has been wrestling for a very long time and through her entire career has shown a tenacity and a persistence to overcoming challenges and continuing to battle through even when times got tough. They've consistently exhibited perseverance and a dedication to the sport. Their many years of hard work culminated in an absolutely outstanding senior season and capped off a long and hard-fought career. It is my pleasure to award the Most Improved Senior to provincial silver medalist Miranda Barker. Congratulations, Miranda.
It's great to have alumni coach Chris Simister continue to be involved with our program, and we certainly appreciate that he's roped his family into our junior club program as well.
Thanks, James. The Coaches Recognition Award is given to wrestlers whose potential in the sport is recognized by the coaches. It is often given to someone who might not have had success this year, but who coaches know can achieve it, with hard work and dedication. Congratulations, Nicholas Cross.
Coach John McDonald is here to present this next award, which he helped institute at ADSS.
The Gold Pin Award is awarded to the male and female wrestler recording the highest number of pins in the season. And this year, Scott Coulthart recorded 16 pins to take the male title, and Paige Marr recorded 13 pins to take the female. The total number of pins recorded by the team this year were 221. Congratulations to everybody.
Coach Chris Bodner is here to tell the story behind this funny award.
This next award goes to an athlete who, after hearing his name over the PA several times at a tournament, the team went in search of. Finding him after a shower, dressed ready for the ride home, only to tell him that he still had 2 matches left in this tournament, the award for too early to the shower goes to Kyle Parker.
An ADSS wrestling grad in 1983, Andrew Tuck was instrumental in bringing wrestling back to Nanaimo and forming the Nanaimo Wrestling Club. He has since returned to the Alberni Valley, where we are lucky to have him assisting coaching our elementary program, our junior club program, and helping out just about wherever's needed.
Wrestler of the Week award goes to somebody who has contributed a little bit extra at practice that week, and it's largely peer selected. This year's recipients were Tennyson Pattison, Owen Spencer, Scott Coulthart, Paige Marr, Bobby McKenzie, Connor Alexander, Grant Coulthart, Seth Price, Kyle Parker, and Duncan McLeod. Congratulations to each one of you.
Isaac McDonald's here to help tell you another funny story that he helped play a part in.
Good evening. I'm here tonight to present the Magnum PI Award. The Magnum PI Award incident happened at this past year's BCs. It was including myself, Aaron Keatlaw, and Seth Price. Seth Price, as all you know, loses stuff frequently. At this incident, you needed your pass to get in and out of the gates, and Seth lost his pass and could not find it. But lo and behold, it was around Aaron Keatlaw's neck the whole time. And I couldn't keep my composure because Seth kept looking at Aaron Keatlaw, and Aaron Keatlaw did not have it, but of course it was around his neck, and I didn't have it either. And so Seth continued to look around and couldn't find it. He even went one time to the washroom and came back, and Jeanette got this very nice picture of Seth, Aaron Keatlaw, and I sitting in the stands, and I am pointing at Seth's pass around Aaron Keatlaw's neck. So I'm here to present the Magnum PI Award to Seth Price, the picture of us.
I do want to acknowledge that it is at this point in the program that we typically recognize those athletes who've placed at the national championships. Unfortunately, due to restrictions around COVID and events, the national championships were not able to take place this year, which of course was disappointing to our athletes and coaches. And in particular, a number of our grade 12 athletes, Owen and Anna especially, who were not able to wrestle at BC's but had hoped to be healthy enough to compete at the Nationals. We're sorry that you missed out on this opportunity. Joining us from Ahousaht is Aaron Keatlaw, here to present the next award named after him in honor of the fact that he never missed a practice throughout his high school wrestling career.
Hello everybody, the Aaron Keatlaw Attendance Award is presented to those wrestlers who have demonstrated their commitment to wrestling by coming to every single wrestling practice over the regular season. I am very proud to present this award to 4 athletes this year: Grant Coulthart, Owen Spencer, Paige Marr, and Scott Coulthart. Congratulations everybody. Hope to see you all very soon.
She's an alumni parent, a school board trustee, and a great supporter of our program. Thank you, Rosemary Buchanan, for being here to present these next 2 awards.
The Junior Honor Roll is awarded to those wrestlers in grades 8 and 9 who achieve honor roll status while competing in wrestling. It's great to see these wrestlers balancing the demands of being a student athlete. Congratulations to Jax Robinson, Evan McLeod, Carter Duperon, Kelsey Sam, and Nicholas Cross. Well done, students. The Junior Academics Athletics Award is presented to the wrestler who combines academics and athletics best. Congratulations, Evan McLeod. Well done.
Thank you, Principal Souther, for helping us present these next two awards.
Senior Honor Roll is presented to those wrestlers in grades 10 through 12 who achieve honor roll status while wrestling for the Alberni Armada. Now, balancing academics and athletics is a tough thing to do, which is why we acknowledge those wrestlers here tonight. I'd like to provide congratulations to Andrew Audette, Anna Frost, Duncan McLeod, Scott Coulthard, Cole Robinson, and Paige Marr. Now, there are those athletes that achieve honor roll, and there are those that take it one step further and get straight A's, which makes them eligible for the principal's role. So I'd like to offer my sincere congratulations to one Alberni wrestler who did just that. Congratulations to Connor Alexander for being awarded the senior principal's role.
She's been a school district trustee for over 2 decades, and throughout that time, a strong supporter of the Alberni wrestling program. Thank you to School District Chair Pam Craig for being here to present tonight.
Hello everyone. The Academic Athletics Award is presented to the senior athlete who best combines academics and athletics. This year's recipient is not only a top athlete, but also an amazing role model for all participating athletes. When you are a provincial and national champion, who rarely finds herself with anything but an A on her report card, you're pretty hard to beat. So congratulations, Paige Marr, on your amazing achievements.
She has been the head coach at A.W. Neal for over a decade. We're lucky to have Coach Aaron Anker helping with our junior development program, as well as our club executive as the secretary. She's here to present this next award.
Hello everyone, this next award is the Junior Sportsmanship Award. It is awarded to a grade 8 or 9 student wrestler whose character, attitude, and relationship with the team sets them apart and deserves for them to be recognized. This is someone who always has a smile on his face, a joke up his sleeve, and is there to support the team. Congratulations, Jax Robinson.
Coach John McDonald is here to present this award to a very deserving athlete.
The Character Award is often regarded as the senior equivalent of the Sportsmanship Award. It's awarded to someone whose character, work ethic, service, and relationships with our team, our coaches, and other teammates sets them apart and is exemplar. This year, we had an individual who came to us as a grade 11 and took on a lot of those characteristics right away, and certainly into grade 12 continued with those exemplar sportsmanship type characteristics. I'd like to recognize this year for the Character Award, Connor Alexander.
Being a dedicated coach at E.J. Dunn Elementary, the high school program, and our club program, and working shift work, there's definitely been some times where Coach Chris Bodner's had to show his amount of grit. He's here to present this next award.
Coach Chris Bodner here, giving the award for True Grit. True Grit is an award given to an athlete that shows grit and determination throughout the wrestling season, often having to show perseverance through adversity throughout the season. That's why it is very fitting that this award goes to Brett Leitonen this year. Congratulations, Brett.
Tom has spent years developing relationships and supporters throughout our community. He's here tonight to recognize a couple special contributors.
I'm asked to present the Special Appreciation Awards for 2020. As always, Alberni Wrestling has been blessed with a lot of supporters, a lot of volunteers, our coaches, our volunteer fundraisers, our athletes, parents, people in the community, school trustees, school district, businesses. So many people have helped us over the years, and they've been a big part of our success. This year, we have a number of businesses we'd like to recognize for their consistent and ongoing support of our program. First, Maureen McKenzie Real Estate. Maureen is a local girl now running her business in real estate and giving back. She has been a sponsor for a number of years, always ready to step forward and help other kids achieve their dreams. We thank Maureen McKenzie. Then we have Alberni Physio. Jane Cruton and her crew are great supporters of ours. Many of our athletes, of course, are clients of theirs, get supported, help get their health back. Alberni Physio has long been a cornerstone of this community. A number of years ago, I approached Jane about helping, thinking that maybe they could provide us with a physio once in a while at our tournament. Well, not only have they provided a physio once in a while, in the last few years, they have provided full coverage from beginning to end, a physio treatment at the Alberni Invitational. Miraculous. Many of the other teams comment on it, and I'd like to thank Alberni Physio for their ongoing support and help. Finally, Southside Auto. Now, Don and Don Mallon have been big supporters of our program. When their own son wrestled with us, when Wayne wrestled, and then other sons and grandsons have wrestled, they've always been there to help others as well. I think they have been a sponsor for probably a good 20 years or more. Southside Auto, small business, even in tough times, always willing to lend a hand. Don has told me a number of times that he's going to retire, and I'll have to convince his successors if they want to carry on. He carries on every year. Thank you, Don Mallon and Southside Auto.
It's great to have two outstanding athletes here who followed their dreams to the highest level to present this next set of awards. Thank you, Justina and Travis.
Hello, Alberni Wrestling family. Travis Cross here. How you doing? I hope everyone's staying safe and healthy. I have the privilege to present the next two awards. It's often difficult to distinguish between athletes when you have such a team of such great results. Each year, it's something our coaches endeavor to do with the following award categories. The Most Outstanding Junior Wrestling Award goes to the most outstanding male and female junior athlete based on performance and athletic results. A big congratulations to both Kelsey Sam and Evan McLeod. Way to go, guys.
This award is presented to the most outstanding senior female athlete based on performance and athletic results. I am honored to present this year's award to Paige Mayer. A 4-time BC high school finalist and 3-time champion, Paige clearly had another outstanding season. Congratulations, Paige.
Hi again, guys. I have the honor to present this next award, the Most Outstanding Senior Male. This is an award that is also very hard to pick one recipient when you have a team that puts up the results that we do. But the recipient is very much deserving. I'm very happy for you. Seth Price, congratulations, buddy. I've always enjoyed watching you wrestle. You have a very unique style. You persevered, and you finished your high school career in an excellent fashion. And I wish you all the best in your endeavors after high school. Way to go, buddy.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us to help celebrate another great season of the Alberni Valley Wrestling program. I want to share my thanks to everyone for engaging in this different virtual platform, but I think it's the best we could do in the circumstances, and we look forward to connecting with you all face to face as soon as possible. I also want to just share my thanks to the presenters for being willing to tackle this technical part of the program. I know not all of you are trained in the art of the selfie, but we really appreciate that you were willing to submit your videos. We've saved the best for last, and the final words for this evening will go to our athletes who are graduating. Thanks again, everyone. Enjoy.